good morning. Morning, guys. Hope you are doing good. Can everybody see me? Everything clear? W's in the chat, boys. W's in the chat. W's in the chat, guys. How's everybody doing? Let's get these let's get this chart going. For my MFX guys on Zoom, can you guys hear me? Good. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Stream clear, and stream is clear, and on Zoom, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me on YouTube? Can everybody else hear me on Zoom? I just want to make sure that both ends is clear. Clear, crispy, no problems. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna start. Welcome to MFX's first stream on YouTube, right? So pretty keen on this. I hope everyone's doing good. As per normal, what to do with the MFX guys, let's get into our chart breakdown and see what is the plan for today, and let's kill it. Let's absolutely kill it, guys. If you have any questions, please do feel free to ask. I'll engage as much as I can, but as I start now, it's going to be breaking down everything and seeing what is our plan going forward. But I trust that everybody has had a good weekend. And let's see the plan. So the two pairs, obviously, for the guys that aren't part of MFX, two pairs that I trade is GJ and gold. So we're going to be focusing on that today. The background music is not too loud, right? Sound did you find? Cool shot. 100%. Go. Right, guys, let's see what this weekly is doing, and let's see how we are going to be moving forward with this week. Let me just edit this quickly on my side. Okay, so looking at that daily and the weekly, right? This is what we need to pay attention to last week, because what we spoke about last week was exactly what we're kind of waiting for this week, is that weekly actually closing above the quarter pip level of 190, and with the price closing above that, we're now entering obviously in that 2015 area. So the idea is going to be, right, we are overall bullish on the weekly. I'm going to look that this week and start to create those lower highs, fill in that liquidity zone, and then start to drive to a higher point of 192,500 on that weekly, where the idea is that we're trading a consolidation on the left hand side, and we'll now mimic that on the right hand side. So that will be the vision on that weekly, guys. So another thing I just want to mention is, if you look where we are right now with price, the last time we've tested this level in 2015, we've pulled back because that is where liquidity lies, right? So this is where that major liquidity is. Can you guys see my chart clear? Just let me know on your end if my chart is clear for you guys as well. But the last time we've tested this area, we've closed above and retested, grabbing the liquidity before price has then ascended to the upside. I'm expecting the same thing to happen over here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and mark in my weekly highs, because that is where I need to actually pretty clear, right? Yeah. Okay, 6666. So yeah, so I want to mark in that previous weekly high, because I'm going to anticipate that once we start grabbing liquidity at the lows, we can use that wick to actually go and fill that. Because obviously on the bias side of things, we are 4v0. So when I'm 4v0, obviously the most important thing I need to do is look for the bias, because I want to go with the trend, because with with these sort of markets. You want to be clear in which trend you are going so you can trade with that. However, when we do introduce a type 3, that needs to indicate to us that we can also reverse. On this daily, we are seeing a doji candle. Now, doji candle does not mean rejection, it means possible just grabbing of liquidity. However, today's candle actually went and broke Friday's low. So these are things that I need to take into consideration as well. The most important thing to understand is what I just mentioned on that weekly, is that there's a high probability that even though we are so strong bullish, there's a high probability that we can pull back into the level of 190, as it is a core tip of area to come and retest that level before price does continue to the upside, because this has now formed a point of pausing in the market, which means that we can start to pull back to this level, grabbing liquidity before price starts to drive. However, if it does not do that, because even though we pay so much attention to market structure, if it does not do that and it breaks last week's high, which is then also Friday's high at 191.810, we can then anticipate some buys, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my 4-hour now. You see, normally I would mark in Friday's low and Friday's high, but because I've already broken that area and shown me that there is momentum coming out of that, it's not really such a confluence for me anymore. So I need to get down to my 4-hour and mark in my liquidity zone and understand what's happening. So if I look at 190, this was a clear level of prior liquidity. I think Uncle Rob's and Yanet did take some longs from that position, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, with that insight into the market, we really understand that what we want to do today is buy it. However, if it fails to buy, we need to find possible type 3 areas. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my 4-hour liquidity zones, and we know for 4-hour liquidity zones I use a gray box so that I don't have to label it. I can just differentiate between the colors on my chart. For those that want my chart settings, you can just let me know. I'll put the chart settings in the chat. Okay, so I've got my 4-hour liquidity on the low and the high. And then we have another 4-hour zone here. Okay, so I'm just adjusting these zones because I now have another 30-minute area, which is this. It's gonna pop that in blue. Okay, it seems to me that 30 is bullish as well, even if I drop down to it. Yeah, 30 is still bullish as well, guys. It doesn't count because it's not consecutive. Okay, so I think this is going to be the play for me today. If I can start getting price to close above this level, I'll try and involve myself and trade it into the highs of 191.086. Yeah, there's about a 25 pip range there. So the idea on this is, guys, that if I can start trading above that highs, I'm then going to use this weekly wick as a wick fill area. So I'll try and get above today's high and then use last week's wick as a weekly wick fill area, try and trade into that. On this daily, I will use the Friday's wick as well, also as a wick fill area. So like I said in the beginning of the stream, indecision candles or doji candles does not mean price is rejecting. It just means that at that point it was grabbing liquidity. There just could have been a lack of liquidity to actually go, a lack of momentum to actually close within or above that liquidity. That's something you need to note. So what's yes, I'll get to the comments now, guys. Yeah, so what was I saying? Just because we see that today's candle went and broke the previous low, if it was going to come and break its high, it's actually going to give us another confluence to buy, because then we have almost as if it's a fake out or a liquidity grab to the opposite side. So when we do get involved in the buys, it's going to be great, because then I have that as a confluence to say that, look, the sellers came into the market, they couldn't continue to the downside. Let's just take the buys above the high, because I have that confluence that says, look, we attempted to grab short positions, however we could not fulfill that. So I think the plan for me today is going to be very, very simple, guys. It's going to be buys above the highs, and it's going to be safe buys because it's going with my direction. So I'll also be understanding that if I look to this left, prior we've had a resistance, we broke out, we retest, we've driven, right? Which means that this sort of move I'm going to try and mimic again over here. Remember, in trading, it's pure market speculation on previous price. So we look at what price has done before in alignment with what it can do, and we target that. It's as simple as that. So over here, I'm going to be having my safe buys. Within this zone, I'm going to call it a no trade zone. So whatever happens within that zone, I'm not going to be trading. And then let's look at the contrary, guys. If we start to decline and start to break its own low as well as last week's low and start to go down, we can actually look for short positions, because on that weekly, right? On that weekly, we understood exactly how, even though we've driven, price can come down to retest before driving more, right? So that is what I'm going to be trying to do, actually, if we fail to go and breach these highs. So I think I'm going to pop over here. Obviously, the preferred thing to do today is to actually go and buy. However, if not, and it breaks the 4-hour lows at the moment, which is this level here, I'm going to go in for some aggressive shorts. So that is it right there, boys. So what I'll be then looking for is something like this, where I have price closing above, something like this. Okay, so that candlestick closing above, the next candlestick to then drop down, grab some liquidity and start to drive. So that's how it will look on your 15 or your 30 minute. On your 5 minute, you're going to see a consolidation range, which I'm going to use to back up my area of support before I then look to target these highs. So that sort of setup will be the same thing that I'll be looking for the short positions. For the short positions, also looking for price to start closing below. And then the drive, something like that. Okay. Remember, all candlesticks need to have bottom and upper wicks. We need to have all those, how can I say, characteristics within the candle. So it's the open, the close, the body, the high, and the low. So it's as simple as that, guys. And then obviously waiting for that 5 minute consolidation zone, so that I can use that as an area of support / resistance, and I can base my stop loss off of that. But yeah, do we have any questions on GJ before I go to gold? It's quite straightforward. Do you have any questions? Okay, let's answer what's in the chat quickly. Morning, guys. Morning. To smoke, folks. I will share the chart settings. I'll get that for you, and then I'll share it with you for tomorrow. And going forward for the rest of these streams, I'll just have it in. If you guys go on the YouTube channel, there's going to be all that like comment section, not comment section, but info section. I'll put it in there, so you guys will always have it. Please explain the reasons for the blue and gray zones. The gray zones is the 4-hour areas, and the blue zones is the 30-minute areas. Okay, as simple as that. Seems like everybody gets it, right? So, yeah.
Miles.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you something about the trade setup. So let's say that sells set up for whatever reason, and then the number 190.257. There's like a few wicks. Like if you look on the 30 minutes, would that bother you?
Definitely. So when we do look for shorts, guys, we're gonna have to take the position below this level. So even though we have that zone of liquidity in the 4-hour, we then have these wicks. Now, for the guys that aren't part of MFX, we use the wicks as support and resistance as well. So you won't only find support and resistance which is also your supply and demand in zones. Your candlesticks acts as support and resistance as well, which a lot of people don't understand. And you need to get this and grasp this. The wicks of the candles can be seen as rejection areas. So I use them in a positive side for me and say to myself, look, that is the acting support and resistance, which is also where price has gone to before, which can be a point where price can grab liquidity and turn. Why not then be wiser and enter the position later? Also, if I look just a little bit more further to the left, I can see prior to that was another area over there. So when I want to execute the position, I will let the market go, turn the structure bearish, and then get involved on the phase 2 of that, which will then be below 190264. You guys with me? So that will be how I'll be treating this trade. So aggressive sells below 190264, 265, 260, around that area. Okay, but for now we have 12 minutes still market open, so obviously we'll be patient and wait. If you have no other questions, guys, I'm just going to jump over to gold, get that analysis going, and then we'll take it from there. Seems like gold is still in that same area for our positions of last week. For our journal, I think, yeah, it was GJ buys we took, right? YouTube, what are you risking per position? For me personally, it's 1.5% is my entry on the 5 or 15 minutes. So I use the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 30 minute, and 15 minute. Well, let me do it like this so you guys can understand a bit better. So my weekly, daily, 4 hour is for my analysis to get my direction to see what's happening. 30 minute is for analysis to see what's happening. Then the 30 minute, 15 minute, and 5 minute I actually use for my entries. I don't use one time frame for entry. I have to involve an overall top-down analysis and actually find that entry point on my lower time frame. So my 15 has to align with my 30, my 30 has to align with my 15, 5 and has to align with my 15 and 30 as well. So that's how I get in on position. But as I trade, guys, you'll grasp what I'm doing. But more so, even if you're part of the MFX group, you'll see exactly how I do it. But yeah, as simple as that. So there's not really one time frame. I don't think somebody can actually say, nah, I only use the 4 hour to take the trades, because you're missing the whole picture. You know, if you're missing the whole picture if you're just using one time frame. You got to do your top down analysis from all the way weekly, I would say, down. Some people even go to the monthly depending on what they use as confluences. But yeah, mastery of manifest, I use at the moment I'm using 1.5% on the account we are trading. Yeah, I got you. So yeah, any questions, guys, can let me know. Right, gold. Let's get into gold, guys. Gold has been a tough cookie. We've been killing it. However, it's still been a tough cookie because of where price is actually sitting at the moment. And that's something to understand, that when you have a strategy, when you have a consistent strategy that works for you, if you don't see a setup, it's not that you're doing something wrong or that you're missing something or you need to go learn something more. If there's no setup that lines up with the way you trade, there's just no setup, and that's okay. Because you're going to have days where you take trades, you're going to have days where you take wins, you're going to have days where you take losses, break even, whatever the case may be, and there's going to be days where you just don't find a trade. And that's normal. That is perfectly normal. So let's have a look at this weekly, guys. So it seems to me like we're closing and holding above the level of 2025. Right? You can clearly see that. Which I'm now reading on this weekly to see that we actually should drive up, right? However, obviously, because we've been trading this exact same zone since Jan, obviously when we go down, yeah, obviously when we go down, guys, it's going to paint a different picture. So let's break this down and see what's actually happening. So what I want to first look at is that this weekly doesn't seem like it has upward, okay? Okay, so that's the first thing that I need to notice now, is that this current weekly candle does not have an upper wick. And I think that's going to play a huge role in what we're about to do now, because we should already anticipate that should create an upper wick. So I want to mark out two areas. I want to mark in the current open, and then I'm also going to mark in previous daily high. Do I have a setting for that? I'm sure I saved my setting for that. Yeah, there we go. So I've got previous daily high as well as my current market open. Guys, on gold, I'm just anticipating some bullish momentum. However, that lower time frame is going to be a problem, and you'll understand why. And I can say this now ahead because we've been literally trading this pair the whole year. Not the pair, the range, sorry. So looking at this, guys, we've understanding that where we opened was in a zone of liquidity. This is going to be a major rejection area, as we will then see if we go to the left. So if we go to the left of the level of 2035, let's say, there's rejection everywhere. So it's there, all the way through. So this is a major level. Price can reject off of this. This can be an issue. Yeah, this can be an issue for us. So let's go down to the 4 hour and see if we are going to come and fill that wick, or should the wick fill just to be grabbing liquidity to then continue further down. Let's see that. So I'm going down to my 4 hour. Going to mark in that same zones as I did on GJ. Okay, can you see where we are right now, guys? We are at a resistance point that we've traded so many times for shorts. So you can see it right. If I drag my 4 hour zone, I'm not going to leave this as my 4 hour zone, but if I just highlight this area here, can you see how this is that same area that we've traded prior? We've literally traded this since the beginning of Jan. And this is why I'm going to say buys is going to be difficult, because I don't want to be caught up in a buy position when it's just a liquidity grab to drop. So buys for me is going to be difficult. So that idea that I just had on that weekly and daily to flip and drive, I don't think I want to act on that. I would more so rather wait for it to fill that area and break last week's high as well as Friday's high, and then involve myself. And it's quite bold for me to say that because I'm obviously missing out on a move, but in this trading thing, not every move is your move, if that makes any sense. You don't have to take every single move that you see. So the safest thing for me to do is wait for, yeah guys, I think this is going to be to wait for Friday's high to be broken, and then I'll get involved in that. Yeah, just looking at this area right now, and I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this area. I'm going to mark in my liquidity zones, which will be, this is definitely going to be that first one, as it is a key area. Remember, 4 hour zones are gray. Even where price has turned, it's a crazy rejection level. So I'll show you possible trades, and I'll show you trades that I'm going to take. Why we need to see possible trades, so we can understand the reason as to why we don't take them, so we can start to learn from that, right? Yeah, so just look where price has not gone up. It's at that resistance level. So just because, say for example, we see some long opportunities now because we have this. So we have, let me just show you. Just want to make sure the lines with the left. So you see where price is right now? Major liquidity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this across like this. Guys, just let me know in the music settings. I don't know if I put it to soft now. I don't want it to be obviously overpowering my voice, but I don't want it to be a nightclub in my ears, you know. So yeah, just comment on that quickly. Mods, let me know. So this is what I'm seeing right now on gold, guys, is that where we have rejected prior is a major 4 hour resistance. So I don't think it's wise to get involved in the buys now, because you could start trading and how can I say, we could start trading above the level, but that isn't going to convince me that we're going to buy just because of this area. This is it's a tough tech area. it really is a tough tech area. Not to say we can't get positions, because we've been doing that, but I just want you guys to understand my train of thought, that even if we trade above here, it's not to say we're going to drive. Yes, we can drive, but then it all boils down to my risk appetite. So I think this is how I'm going to understand it and play it, is that we have price doing this on the 4 hour. Okay, so we have the 4 hour resistance on the left, I understand that, but currently right now, what's happening? We have resistance, we have support, we have the drive, we have the retest. Price technically should break highs and drive. So if we get involved in these buy positions today, we're going to be doing it on the candle, weekly, daily flip, as well as the understanding that as we're flipping, we are driving away from these lows over here in anticipation that we'll tap into 2041. 2040, 2041. That's going to be about a 50 pip area. Okay, so that is how I can understand this position. So we're going to have to pay close attention to what it's doing, because like I said, price can come and make a small upper wick and then start driving down. So just because you're breaking the high does not mean that we're going to go. Okay, so these buys, they're going to be aggressive. That's the first thing that I need to understand, because the sells is more safer because of the area. Where I want to buy, right? Where I would want to buy. And also just to change this is from last week. Okay, the 30 is bullish. And the 4 hour is now bullish as well. So also on gold, we're sitting with a 4v0 for the buys. Okay, so obviously understanding what price is doing right now and having a look at it, we understand that yes, price can go up, but we had a strong resistance point. However, if all my confluences is going to line up for these buys, guys, I'm going to take them. I will take them, because I'm going to use that flip to my advantage, but also understand that just because price is flipping does not mean it can drive. So I'm going to mark in possible liquidity areas, which will be that. Is that exactly where that daily flips? I just want to see. It is, right? And then I think I should just label that just so we can all understand why and what that line is there for. Okay. Actually, wait, let me make it a pop-up that stays there. Can you see how price is rejecting there? It's definitely showing me there's a major 4 hour level there, guys, so I need to pay attention to that. However, if it starts rejecting, closes bearish, then closes bullish. So if we see something like this on this 30-minute right now, where on this 5-minute you have your liquidity zone, you have price consolidating there, which is great. Technically, what you actually want to see in order for you to get involved on these long positions to make it even more worth your while is for this candle to close bearish, and then the next candle to actually close bullish above that, because that's going to signify to me that we formed a 30-minute resistance. Price could not hold that and actually penetrated through the level in order for us to see something like this, where we have the type 4 position and price drives, grabs liquidity and starts to drive to at least 2038, which is the rejection area on the left hand side, and then to the highs of 2040 and 2041. That is what I would like to see from this level. So we can't tell the market where to go, we just have to know which areas is important enough. So this current, yeah, I can see there is upper wick on that, eh? But also on gold, even though it is a tough area, it's a simple play. A simple play, guys. So it's going to be as simple as not trading in this current zone. So also like GJ, just using that current zone as just a setup 4 area. And then aggressive buys above these highs. And then aggressive shorts below the low. That will be the flip of the 4-hour as well as the engulfing of the 4-hour, anticipation that the 4-hour holds so that we drive down. Yeah, we can short below that level as well. I'm actually looking at another idea, but I'll explain it to you just now. And this is my favorite. Well, one of my favorites, beginning to actually start to be my favorite, these type 3s. So guys, even though we have a no trade range here, if you understand the way I trade, that is, yeah, that is kind of one of my favorite areas to trade, is finding a major daily and 4-hour zone of liquidity and doing a type 3. Now, type 3 is a rejection off of major liquidity. So it's going to be a 15 or 30 minute engulfing with a 5-minute resistance. And if I get that, I'm going to look to short the pair down. The only reason why I don't want to do it yet is because there's no upper wick on that daily. So I don't want us to take early short positions in anticipation that we're dropping. And then, yeah, it actually pushes against us because we didn't wait for those highs to be penetrated. So this will be the third play. Well, let me call the first play is going to be the buys. The second play is going to be this, which is then price coming up right now, grabbing liquidity, which is making the high, and then starting to drop. And if it does that, that's going to show me that it's just grab liquidity. So we pay attention purely on the candlestick wicks. And if I can start getting that to reject off of the area, engulf, I'll look for type 3s. Okay, that will be the second play. The third play, lastly, will then be sells below here, which is quite straightforward. So we're going to sit on our hands right now. We're going to wait for this setup and wait on GJ's setup. And whichever one comes to play first will be the one that I take. They both are awesome setups. It's just that GJ is more cleaner because it doesn't have such a high liquidity zone as gold does. But yeah, do we have any questions, guys, on gold? Let me see what's been going on here. Yeah, so I'm a London trader, and then for the MFX members, if we don't see a move in London, we pop up for New York with the occasional New York stream. So on YouTube, and 98% of my life is pure London trading. Yeah. And it's from half past 9, let's say about 12, half past 12. But because we can read the markets, honestly, if there's no setup, we don't even need to stay on for that long. As you will see on my chart, there's no indicators, there's nothing besides price action, supply and demand, and market structure. That's all you need, guys. The way I interpret the markets is very different though. So as you see me take on positions, you'll start to understand the way I interpret the markets, the way I involve my type 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so do we have any questions on gold, guys? Are we good? I think, let me just set a price alert on this, because I think I want to pan on GJ. And then let me actually show you YouTube, guys. For the YouTube guys, yeah, let's get this out quickly. For the YouTube guys, we've been busy with a funded challenge that I told the guys. I don't know if you guys are from the podcast or wherever you're from. I told the guys, because a big thing in trading is obviously get funded, right? So I told the guys, oh shit, you're gonna be able to see my account code. Doesn't matter though. I told the guys, whoever wants to get funded or pass their funded, what I'll do is, if you're an MFX member, I'll buy said account and I'll grow it in front of you so that you can kind of mimic it, but more importantly, learn from it. So we decided we'll do $100,000. I'll do $100,000 challenge. So I bought $100,000 challenge, and then I took all the trades in front of the guys together. So as you can see, this is what we've been doing. We started the account on the 5th of Feb. It's not who can pass the challenge the quickest, but the most consistent. So we've taken, what is this, 8 trades on this account. We haven't lost a single trade, with 0.5 return on every position, sitting at an average of, well, the win rate is 100% because I haven't lost anything, but I don't want that to sell you, because you have to lose in trading. It's blessed enough that our win rate is always 80% and above. We just haven't taken a loss this month. Yeah, so we've grown this account by 4% so far. So we're halfway through the challenge, and this is what we're pretty much working on as a team, the MFX team. And yeah, we're passing it live in front of the students, so that's quite cool to see that, you know, we do it in front of your eyes. There's no fugazi money, no nothing. We pass all of the stuff in front of you, trade in front of you. So that's what we do on the private session. Okay, I see another question there. What is your view on GU? I'm from the podcast you did last week. Welcome, brother. I don't trade GU, but what you can do is you can send me your analysis, and I can go through it for you. We can do that. Let me see how you can actually send it to me. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll break down GJ for you. Sisa, the legit way. Nice work, sir. Yebo. The legit way, the legit way, the legit way. Yeah, so we try and be as transparent as possible. Wait, I got some direct, okay. Yeah, so if your analysis is on G, you can send it through. Yeah, I just focus on GJ and gold. What is a blessing though is that what I teach is financial markets. So my way of trading, you can apply to all your pairs, crypto, indices, whatever. You can apply it there. Yeah, it's nothing different. That's why I focus purely on what actually moves these markets. It's not going to be your funny indicators, your MAs, SMA bullshit. None of that. No fibs. Look, fibs work, but not consistently. So I focus on what works consistently, and that's how I built the strategy that I use. I've been trading now for the past 7 years, and I've been using this strategy for the past 4. 5 years. It's 2024. My bad. For the past 5 years. Yeah. So there's no need to. I feel like that's just an awesome way for people to say, hey, we learned something new. Come buy this from us, or come take our course. We're gonna teach you what this MA or EMA or SMA does. And in reality, if you're from South Africa, an indicator is like a taxi. They indicate left, but they go right. Or when they do indicate, the move has happened already. They're already turning left. So the same thing with your charts. If you can just understand basic price action, basic market analysis, which is market structures, supply and demand, if you can really crack that, you're good. You'll be good. And you won't be good for a year, which is most ways of trading. You can actually focus on what can help you in the long run. Where can I send it through? Nice, dude. Nice. Which funded firm you using? Yeah, so Anthony, you'll see that GU, I used to trade GU, I don't trade anymore. But GU is very close to GJ. So if you can master, I don't know how many pairs you trade, but if you can master both of them, it's going to be like a bonus to you. And then you obviously just choose which one works the best for you, and that for me was just GJ. Where can you send it through? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I think that's something I'll maybe create for the YouTube guys, is just an area of sending in through. I don't know, I actually need to see where you can send it through, because you won't be able to get it to me. Send it through to my IG. If you can send it through to my IG, I'll check it there. So you risk the same for both phases? Yeah. For me personally, I do fixed lots, dude. So you'll see, like, this is a perfect example. So this is obviously the count that I just showed. And you'll see that it's fixed lots. On GJ, I only use 7 lots. On gold, I only use 7 lots. You can pop a trading view link in the chat. But I don't even know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so fixed lots. I decided with the guys on this account, we'll be growing by 1.5% every trade, and we've been doing that. But I think it also just boils down to what strategy you use. Does your strategy work on phase 1 or phase 2? Bro, there's not a strategy. It's the strategy works in Forex, not to do with the phase or whatever. Okay, yeah, so for those that want to send me charts, I'll sort that out tonight so that tomorrow you'll be able to send me your charts. I can just pop through it and then I'll just see what you guys look at. And obviously we're not going to be trading the same, but I'll just give you my input on it as much as I can. For the guys, the MFX members in Zoom, are you good? Are we good? Are we missing anybody? I don't think so. All good, all good, all good.
Hello. YouTube guys, they want to send through analysis. Why don't you make a Telegram group?
I don't want to create a free Telegram because people start scamming bullshit. So I need to keep this as locked down as possible.
Send the trading view link in the chat, I think.
I've heard about that, eh?
The other thing I want to say is you can't hear the Zoom people in the YouTube link, so they can't hear the questions that's coming from the Zoom.
Okay, I'll just repeat the question then. I'll repeat the question. I think that's because I don't have the overlay onto that. Yo, look, boys, this is my first stream on YouTube, so bear with me. We can only get better as time goes on. Yeah, so just to answer that question, Farid asked, does your strategy work on phase 1 or phase 3? Bro, your risk strategy should be what you're using on your personal. Obviously, you'll change it slightly, but whatever you're doing as a trader should then be overlaid into your challenge accounts. I mean, you can tweak it here and there, risk-wise, but not strategy-wise. Strategy should be the same. Like, I'm not changing anything because I'm now helping the guys pass the funded. What I do in my personal account, I do everywhere, because that is what is my strategy. That's what my strategy is, sorry. Guys, I have seen what you're talking about before regarding the trading view link. I have seen that before, don't get me wrong.
Mouse,
Yo.
can you just explain what it means when a candle in a higher time frame doesn't have a top or bottom wick?
Okay, so for the YouTube guys that don't know, Mastery Manifest, I will. Okay, guys, I'll answer questions now. Let me just get through this. For the YouTube guys, the question was, can I explain what it means if the high time frame does not have a top wick or lower wick? So how I see it is completely different to what most traders will say, especially baby pips. If price does not have a top wick like this, and this is going to be a piece of the MFX course which you can have for free. Do you see this current candle not having a top wick on this hourly at a major liquidity zone? Do you see that, right? Now, for a lot of people, they're going to call that a Mariposa candle, which in fair, right, it is. However, baby pips and majority of people will teach you that a Mariposa candle is a continuation candle. It is, 100%. But if it lies at a liquidity zone, in my experience of 7 years of trading, in my strategy, I see it as a reversal candle. So if you do not have a if you have a candle close and it doesn't involve 5 components, your open, your close, your open, your close, your body, your high and your low. If it doesn't have one of those 5, the candle is then invalid in my strategy. Because when I trade my strategy, I use candlestick anatomy as a big part of that. Okay? So if it doesn't have a top wick at the liquidity area, the candlestick anatomy falls away, right? And that is then telling me that it is losing the steam of buyers in the market, and you'll see that will normally always happen towards the end of the candle. You'll notice that. And then the next candle will start to create an upper wick like this, which it did, grabbing the liquidity and then start to sink. So if I'm in a position or wanting to take a position and I want to buy and it doesn't have a top wick, I need to be aware that yes, it can go up, but I need to understand that it's going to drop first. And if it happens in a resistance area, I can use that as a confluence on my lower time frame, such as my 30-minute or 15-minute, to actually start to short the position. So if a candlestick doesn't have an upper wick or bottom wick and it's closed in a liquidity area, see it as rejection. However, if the candle is not at liquidity and it is an open candle, understand that we can, say for example, it's making a low first, understand that I can then use that as a candlestick flip to get into my position earlier. Okay, just something I wanted you guys to understand. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, gold starting to break these highs, guys. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for half fast on gold. If gold can close 15, which is also going to be 30 minutes above this level, we can start looking for long positions above 2030. Yeah, let's say 2035.75. Marshy manifest, what lot size would you use on a 10k account? Bro, firstly, that's all up to you. But the best thing I can rather tell you is don't take what I say. Rather go to, what is it? What is that site, guys? My FX book. So go to my FX book, and then you go to the position size calculator. Okay, you will go here, and then you put in your currency pair. For me, let's say for example it's going to be gold or GJ. So then I go to GJ, the account currency USD, account size. So you said a 10k, right? 10k, then your risk. So then you put in your risk. If you want to risk 1%, you do 1%. Now your stop loss in pips. So if you using, so for me personally, I use a fixed lot and a fixed stop loss. So I know that every trade I take will never be more than 30 pips. However, I allow the market to use my risk on 30 pips. That's what I do. Okay, so let's say it's 30 pips. Your lot size, or you leave that at 1, sorry. And then just go calculate. So then 1% of 10k is obviously $100, and for that you'll then use 0.5 lots on GJ. So that's what you can use. So whatever risk you're using, come put in here with your account and your stop loss, and it'll tell you which will be the recommended lot size. Okay. You sent it to me on IG. Guys, do me a favor. If you are in this chat, make sure that you subscribe to the MFX channel as well as likes. Make sure you like and like and like until your finger is sore. Just like this stream. Just make sure you like this stream, guys.
Notification so we know when to live.
And that, yes, turn on the notification so you know when I'm live every day, 9:30. Thanks, mod. Okay, Anthony Matambo. You're sending me things, but you aren't followed to the MFX page. Before I'm even going to answer you, follow me on MFX, follow me on YouTube, and give the page a like.
Is it? He's still
Um, okay. Look at the price, guys. We're starting to trade about this level now. So what I want is I want something like this, right? This is what I want. 5 minutes is looking absolutely stunning. Chat, I'll get to your questions just now. Just give me a second. Yeah, so I'm waiting for 7 minutes. I need to close above this level, guys. We can't just take the position because it starts to break. I need price to tell me that it's starting to engulf and starting to trade above. Because this could be the lower high for price to continue. Remember, we're trading gold. Let's not play with fire here. I want to see that price closes above. Setup looks good, but I just need to wait. We have nothing really on the news front that should jeopardize the position. The only way, and this is what I tell for the YouTube guys, is what I tell, well, I'll be telling you, and I've been telling my students this. Every single trade I take, if I do not know why I can lose, I have failed. Because there's no point in me taking a position with the idea that, oh, I can win here, if I do not know why I can lose. Because every position I take is not about making money. Money comes with it. My position that I take is all about the education. To understand why I win or why I lose, so next time when I take the trade, I can mimic that. And that's how I solidify the confidence I then have in my strategy. This is just a patience game, so guys, if this rips, it just rips without me.
What? Does it matter that there's almost no bottom wick on the 15-minute time? Because you are looking for positions now?
Okay, question we have in the Zoom, doesn't matter that we have no positions on the 15-minute... doesn't matter that we have little to no bottom wick on the 15, it doesn't. That's actually a good sign, because that means then we've actually grabbed the liquidity we need to, we are ready to pulse. Especially now that I'm breaking that previous 15 high. This is the one of the most challenging points of trading is waiting for that perfect time to execute. You don't want to get into early because it could be a liquidity grab. And if the position has ran and it's too late, it's just too late. You have to be comfortable with not taking a position just because it starts running before your time. The plan is to take the trade after the 15:30 close, and we'll do that. We're not going to just jump on because the 5 minute is starting to press. It looks brilliant, but my strategy says no, and I listen to my strategy, so that when I lose, it's okay. When I win, it's okay. So yeah, boys, we see how this can run. I need that close above. If I'm not going to get the close above, I'm not going to take it, because at this point that weekend daily just went and flipped, right?
Closes above, but the next candle doesn't make a bottom wick, immediately breaks the high. That invalid the setup?
Yeah. Please type that in the chat. Just give me a second, guys. I need to answer this phone call. Hello? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So this is what I want to do, but I'm waiting for entry. So please, nobody just jump on because they see this box popping up. Wait for my call. Still have 2 minutes still. And I'm gonna answer, guys. I'm gonna answer your questions afterwards.
Just watch out for that position calculator thing that you got on the screen. Because I will jump in the same time with it. When you do load it on the screen, just make sure to say that's what I want, not what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How the other people, someone says what they think is the trade and then they lose it. No, it's miles.
I got you. So guys, you can see that I'm not in the position yet. I'm literally waiting for this close. We've got like 30 seconds. Okay, so what I want to see is I want to see price close above. Something like that. With an upper wick, please. Next candle to start dropping down. Create a bottom wick, and as it flips and breaks highs, we can then look for buy executions, okay? If there's no up wick on this candle, I won't take the trade. If this candle presses with no bottom wick, I won't take the trade. MFX members, 7 lots, 5 lots on gold. Okay, this candle now needs to drop down first, giving me a bottom wick. If it just goes now, I'm not taking the position. So I just see price pull back, create the bottom wick, and then drive. You see, now that it's driving like that, I won't take the position. And you will see why. You will see why. So right now, this is pretty much where I want to enter. Is going to be 74, 2036, 74. Right? This candle needs to go and make a bottom wick first and then break its own high. If it doesn't do that, I won't take the position. On this, I'm going to have a 31 pip stop. Just know that I won't lose 31 pips. I can manage the position right there. So even if I lose this trade, there's points of management. Okay? This will be my target 1 for 15. At 10 pips, I'll go to break even. Final target will be up here for 43 pips. So it's looking like this. 5 lots on gold. Get ready, guys. And then that $1 million question, if I lose the trade, how do I lose it? We're in a 4-hour liquidity zone. We can see that right there. Okay? So if I lose the position, that is why. But do I let it throw me off what I'm currently doing? I don't. What I'm understanding is the weekly and the daily is coming from the liquidity low at the bottom for price to start driving. I probably don't have to record because YouTube will like record it anyway, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. See, I really wanted to pull down and create that bottom wick for me. There's a bottom wick now, so if it drives, I'll take it. But what I really wanted to do is, guys, I wanted to pull back, show me that it's grabbing liquidity to drive. I don't really just want to get in right now. When I tell you I'm buying, which you'll obviously see anyway, that's when I'm buying. Okay, guys, take some buys now. So I've taken some buys on this position. Let's see if she can run. Okay. Stop loss on that is 2033.64. $20.33.64. And then at 10 pips, guys, I'm gonna run to break even. So this will be TP1 over here. There we go. Okay. 2037.74. This will be TP. Set 74 now. And then this will be TP2 over here, 33. Okay, that's TP2. Okay, and then we'll obviously final TP up there. MFX members, are you guys okay? Let me know in the chat. So you'll see here, this is the position that I'm in right now on that funded. Entry is 70. Let's see how she goes. So if I lose position, I know why. It was the area to the left hand side, and I'm totally fine with that. As long as I can understand why I lose the position, I'm totally fine with that. So this is the running position right now. So it is coming to retest that area that I actually wanted it to test beforehand, so no problems yet. So on that 5 minute also looking good. Break. This should be a retest to test 20, 35, 40 and then start to drive. So I'm hoping to see that. Especially now that we've flipped that daily as well as this weekly. I anticipate price to drive. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be in the trade below this level here already, so I think this is where I can actually start to manage if I do lose this trade today. So over here, let's get this out quickly. And this will just teach you how I manage. Today on this position, if I lose this trade, it's going to be 1.5% down. Okay? My goal is to bring that down, even if it's by 0.1%. Still running in the trade. Drawdown. $600 odd. Worst case, we're losing $1,500. No problem. Okay, let me answer some questions while we wait. Thanks. Is your fix still the same for gold? Yeah, 30 pips and everything. 30 pips is max on gold, 30 pips is max on GG. Obviously, gold's gonna play a bit more, guys. I understand that. But yeah, I've come to terms. Look, when I started the strategy, obviously you need to adapt all the time. And you only get better and better and better, right? And your adaptation plays a key role in your progress. So I think when you started on both pairs, it was like 10 pips. But obviously we see our market reacts and our market actually moves. So the safe one right now is 30 pips. 30 pips on gold and GJ. So what we don't want to see is price coming back into the range. We're above the range, so we should drive. However, because of that 4 hours on the left hand side, we could reject and drop, and that's okay. Because we came, we made a low, and then we started to drive the highs. So this candle should not break that low, nor that low. What is your TP2 level? TP2 is 2041. No, 2038.33 and TP3 is 2041. Okay, so we're breaking that previous 15. That's something I don't want to see. I don't like that. But I think it might be a bit too early to manage yet. MFX members, just go to 3 lots on that position. We'll have to manage 3 lots, I'll tell you when. If it starts breaking this green level, I'm going to manage 3 lots. So I'll close 3 lots in a minus. I think that's, how much is that? 26 pips. If it breaks that level, so don't worry yet. We're still in liquidity. We can still reject it. But I have to plan ahead. So if we break those levels as you are breaking at 15, if you start to break all of this, I'm gonna close 3 lots at this green line. Okay. You know, like I said, even if I save 0.1%, that's a save for me. Because then I know the next time I take a trade and I make 0.5% back, it's 0.1 less. That's the main thing. Just management, guys. I want to see how this 15 closes. I don't really want it to close back in the range. That's what I don't want it to do. So as you can see here, MFX members, we are hovering 3 lots. Okay? So if it passes that green, I will close 3 lots and leave 2 to run. 2 has a stop loss, and then stop loss is 64 on the dot, yeah. The only reason why I would say I don't want to manage it is because where our stop loss is also a liquidity level. So there's a high probability that you could come tap that and then reject and go up. But I obviously have to play the safe card here, guys, and that is to manage.
You say that was a fake out.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It depends how this candle closes. Then I can give the verdict of that. All depends how this candle closes. Also, gold is just very choppy, you know, the range. But if my setup arises, I have to take it. They're currently floating minus $1,000, so minus 1% at the moment. Okay, so we got a 15 close, however, it's not below the level. We're just hoping that, guys, that's not my stop. 6-4 is my stop. We're just hoping that it doesn't come and test these lows before driving. So that's going to be the only thing with the management part of it, guys. If it does go up, I might have managed it already. But let's see, we are in that liquidity zone now, so it's either going to grab liquidity and go, or it'll drop through the lows, and then this will be seen as a fake up. And then from this resistance, price should short down. Do I then quickly try and jump on a counter trend? No, I don't. No, I don't. I stick to my plan at all times, whether I win or lose. Winning happens. Losses happens. So what I need to do is not do silly things and, oh, I'm in drawdown, panic. Or, oh, I've taken a loss, panic. Nah. I do what I do every single day. And once you get to that point, I promise you, your losses and drawdown won't affect your emotions at all. As you can see me sitting here, an ugly word to say is I don't care, but I really don't care. It's just because you've done this so many times that you're so confident in your strategy that whatever happens, it happens. How's the stream music, by the way? Obviously, I would like to play music that we know, but yeah, we have to do non-copyrighted music, sorry. So let's see how this goes. Will this be my first loss for the month of Feb? I do not know. Let's see. I'm chilling, bro. Thank you. Yeah, look, mastery, like, it's all this years of trading, dude. Years of trading. So for anybody that is still struggling with emotions in trading, just know, the more you get confidence in strategy, the more it will start, like, leaving you, if I can put it like that. Just because you just get so much confidence in what you do. And that's also why it's so important to not, like, jump around in between strategy to strategy. Because if you start doing that, you're kind of never going to build that confidence in strategy. It's got to know your capabilities. And if that is A-okay, then you're good. So it's nice to see we are seeing some reaction off of this level. So hopefully they can pull us back up. But in the meantime, do we have any questions? Anthony, I haven't forgot about you. I just want to get through our live stream position first.
15-minute candle was flipped and I closed off my position on that.
How do you mean? How do you mean?
The candle was full of bearish wind and I was got a reaction, but if this candle is bearish, I close off.
Not yet.
Wait,
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. The only time I'll manage the position, guys, is if we break 2034.10. Until then, I'm chilling. I'm easy. If it breaks there, then I will close 3 lots of my 5 lots that's open. But until then, I sit on my hands. I don't do anything. And also, if I get stopped out full and I lose this position, I don't try and react by trying to just jump on a next trade or do something funny or try and quickly get in again or something like that. Nah. We go back to the drawing board, reevaluate, look for the next setup. Maximum 2 setups a day. And if I win this one, I'm done for the day. But let's say this does happen, right? Price fakes out everybody, starts to drop below this level of my stop. That is why I want to get out there, because that is then where price actually applies as a type 3, where you can actually short from that position in anticipation that you've came to test resistance, you've grabbed liquidity, which is the fake out. As it breaks the lows over here, you can then short the position down, if that is, the move, because at that point you're going to get a 30 engulfing as well. So if that is the move and that is the play, that is what could happen. Will I just jump in again? Probably not. I never just jump into a next trade if I've lost something. Evaluating your emotions is super important. So you're seeing a reaction at this level. Is it enough to start driving us up? That is the question. Because technically, with that 15 and 30 closing above 2035, which is the flip of that weekly and the daily, right? Price should have come back to retest, which it's doing. However, it should not break the previous candlestick's lows, because then the candlestick native is out the window. Throughout the run of this, let's say the bullish leg happens, right? And it just starts to drive. Throughout that run, we do not want to see candlesticks breaking previous lows. Then just a reminder for the MFX members just to stay after stream so we can just do a quick accountability call. And for the viewers, just make sure you give the stream a like, subscribe, and pop on that notification bell so you know when I'm live tomorrow and for the rest of the year. What prop firm are you funded with? My man, I trade my own personal capital. I'm a 6-figure trader. I trade my own personal capital. The only reason why you see a funded thing on your screen is because I'm busy with a challenge with the MFX members. I'm helping them to pass and get funded of $100,000. That's the initiative that I'm doing with my members at the moment. But on a... Yeah, man. But on the personal space, I trade my own capital. When I started trading 7 years ago, unfortunately, funded trading wasn't a thing. So I had to take the hard and the long route and actually grow accounts and, that sort of vibe. So you guys are at a huge advantage. But don't let that fool you in thinking that because it's larger capital, my trading will get better. If you can't manage $1, you can't manage $2. Trust me. So learn how to trade your own personal capital as well. Learn how to trade that $100 account. Learn how to trade the $1,000 account. Just because you're now trading, and this is for everybody, I'm not just speaking to one dude. Just because you're trading a larger account doesn't mean it's going to go better for you. You need to learn account management and trade management, so that when you come to this point and you are in drawdown of $1,000 or $10,000, you aren't phased. What account size did I start with 70? He goes, yes, dude. I used to flip like $20 accounts, $100 accounts, $200 accounts, and eventually started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I started when I was in varsity, so I didn't have the large capital to start with. It was just growth over the years. Hey brother, love what you're doing. So you're on the 2G's podcast. Keep pushing. We'll support the journey. Same time, bro. We'll keep pushing no matter what. Always. Shout for the support. I appreciate it. Okay, so you see this 15, I think one of my students had that question. If this 15-minute flips bearish and engulfs all the rest, guys, I might actually just close the full position at that green line for 26 pips. Because at that point, what it's then reading right now is that we've made a low, we've made a high. To break my own low again, I don't want that. Because that's then showing me that we're turning bearish. So I might close the full position right there and take that L today. Because that's then showing me that this is now acting as resistance for price to continue going further down. So just be ready. I might close our full position here, boys. And if it just goes up, it just goes up. My job as a trader is to manage capital. Not to win or not to lose, to manage capital. Okay. Closing full position there, minus 1.3%. Okay, so I'm out of the trade. That's my first loss for the month. But we understand why I had to do so. So here you can see my loss. I'm as transparent as possible. First loss of the month, minus 1.3%. I had to do it. I had to manage the position. This is how trading goes, guys. So an unfortunate loss. Now we can't just be like, okay, we lost. Know when to cut your loss. Yeah. Now we can't just be like, okay, I lost. Cool. I can't. You know why? Because I have to understand why I lost. So let's go and find out why I lost. So that tomorrow or the next day or going forward, I cannot do that same mistake again. Losses will happen, but if there's a mistake, I need to rectify that. So let's see what actually happened. So price went and closed above with an upper wick. So it's fine. However, little to no upper wick. Okay? Price went. Oh, my mouse is dying. Just give me a second. Here we go. Okay, so we closed above on the daily, the weekly flip, the daily flip, the 4-hour also started to drive beautiful at that point. My 30-minute and 15-minute then gave me the signal, while the confluence to actually go ahead and trade this trade, which was then closing above, anticipating the next count to come and form the bottom wick, and as it starts to drive, I then execute. I did that. If we now look to the left, and this is what I need to do to understand why the trade didn't continue going further up. If I look to the left, we see all this rejection. Right? And that's why we turn. Now the best thing about why I do how I do is to understand that prior to me taking to the trade, I told you and myself how I could lose the position. Every single trade you take, there you need to know how you can lose the position. That is a must. If you do not know how you can lose the position, you then do not understand your strategy. And if you don't understand your strategy, you shouldn't be taking a trade. You with me? You need to understand why you can lose, so that when you're in the trade, there is zero emotions. When you lose the trade, there's zero emotions, as well as when you win the trade. Yes, that's awesome, yay, 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 but you should not change your emotion because of a trade that you've won or lost. Because at the end of the day, if you're planning on doing this full-time, or even not even full-time, but if you're just planning on trading for the rest of your life or the next 10, 20 years, if you're going to be ticked and messed with a loss or a win emotionally wise, then I don't think trading is going to be sustainable for you. Because I've been there where every trade I lose makes me upset or angry or sad, and every trade I win makes me happy or excited or whatever, which means that at the end of the day, trading then dictates my emotion. And if trading dictates my emotion, that is going to be a problem, especially because I do it full time. And I'm sure a lot of you also do it full time. So the wisest thing that I can do is depict the charts, depict what I'm going to be doing, understanding where and how I could lose, and then just move forward from there. And that's what I do today. So now I understand how I've lost. Then the next step will then be to go into my journal and where's this thing now? MFX documents. Okay, so now I come to my journal and I journal what the heck just happened, so that I can also keep track of what I do, right? Guys, if you have any questions, let me know about the trade that I just took. Okay, so now I come here and I pop the date. What's the date? 26 today, right? So 26. If you're on the journal, I'll put up for free. 26th of the 2nd of 2024. See? What pair was it? It was gold. What session? It was London. I bought gold at 10:32. And we closed out in a loss at 10:55. We lost 26 pips. It was my first loss, as you can see. It was a type 4 entry, and that was taken based off of the 30-minute. Okay, so I journal everything that I do. Sorry, wait, that needs to be a loss, right? Yeah, loss. Save it. Okay. Now, going forward, what is the reading here? Because I don't know how everybody else is, but my emotions is still beautiful, and I'm ready to take another trade. Does that mean I just jump onto what I'm seeing right now? No. Now I have to do my analysis again, break down what's happening, and see which is the next way forward. So at the moment, as you can see on this account, and this is why I trade the way I do, because I've stacked up so many losses, that this loss of 26 pips doesn't do anything to the profit. You with me? Still profitable, I'm still up.
It's like gold just went to go make it up for that daily, and then the hour immediately rejected. Like, put it down. Now the support holds.
So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. There's the way forward for me. So I'm gonna mark in the current level of support, which is this. Okay. Marking those highs there. And this will then be how I'm going to trade. So I won't trade in that zone because obviously this is consolidation zone. What I'll do is I will short below these lows because I'm going to take that resistance that it just broke and formed a liquidity zone at. I'll use that as liquidity area to say, okay, we've broken above, we've closed directly back into the zone, which is going to be this area here. Okay. And then if it breaks the support level, it's going to sell down to 2031. However, if it holds the support, I'm not just going to buy because that's support. I'm going to wait for it to break that highs and then understand that over here we have a zone. Why is this thing glitching like that? give me a second, you guys. I need batteries. Which is the flat one? Because I'm putting the wrong battery here. That is not lining up. Won't be able to do anything on that candle anyway. See, I was just closing in that zone. So also, the next trade I take, I treat as a normal trade. I don't just try and, okay, I lost 26 pips, I have to get 26 pips this trade. That's not how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna trade as per normal. Okay. Okay. So now I have my areas here. I've got that support level. Let's have a look at it on the 4 hour. Because the 4 hours rejecting off of this area, right? It's telling me one thing. It's starting to lose all that buying pressure, all that buying momentum. If it's gonna come and break its own 4 hour low, it should short down. "30-minute engulfing." Yeah. So let's what's time now? 6 minutes past. We need price to start trading below this area. We can look for shorts down. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We'll stop above there for 30 pips. Just need confirmation though. I can't just take that. And then obviously if it's gonna come up again, I'm not taking buys until it breaks 2037 now. Because at the moment that's where price is forming the resistance. So in order for me to get involved again, I need to break that high. That's the only way. Shorts actually forming very nicely, guys, for something like this. Something like that, with my stops up here for 30, targets down here for 24. Yeah, that looks good. But I need confirmation. I can't just jump on because it looks like it's gonna go down. You have to trade your strategy, and strategy tells me at least a 15 close below right now, because I need a 5-minute resistance to happen somewhere there. Okay. Do you have any questions? Let me know. Me actually.
The question is GJ. What do you think of GJ?
GJ. Just want to edit this. And then trades taken. Okay, everybody can see that, right? That's the trade we took today. Gold minus 26 pips. Okay, need GJ. Yeah, GJ's same plan that we had when we came on. Close above the highs. Longs to 1991. Sorry, 191. Yeah, Jesus is still straightforward, guys. I just need to close above that level because of all that candlestick wicks there. I need to be aware of that. To be aware of that. So we have to wait for quarter past now to actually start getting a direction right now. And the more we wait, the better gold is looking for shorts. Got resistance here. This was the leg. That was a pullback. That was the leg. It's now breaking those lows. We need a retest of that to form resistance, and then price to drive down on that 5. That's what I want to see. And that will entail me waiting for a 15 close. GJ also looking very nice with price trading above. However, I need a closure.
Anyone else's YouTube stop?
Stop.
Yeah, mine's like pause. No, wait, just me.
Okay. Yeah, guys, just let me know if the YouTube's fine and the sound's fine. Yeah, and if this does close below, I'm going to see this as a fake out. Got about 3 minutes for these closures, guys. I want to see. And you definitely do want some bullish candles on this 5 minute, and I'll show that this is a resistance before it drops. I like GJ because there's very nice candlestick, trade management points. Very nice trade management points, guys. Okay, both here's are busy sitting up. Like they both look good. My last confluence will just be how they close. Okay, GJ is not the one because she doesn't have a bottom wick. Gold, I wanted to pull back first, that's the thing. Because gold's going to be something like this, guys. But I would have just preferred for it to pull back. But this is going to be gold, okay? Gold's going to be... yeah, entry around here, like 2032.99. It's just I needed to pull back the way it's doing right now. Because that's then going to give me the resistance I need. So gold is actually looking really, really good. So the gold right now is pulling back to the level that I just closed below. I'm going to sell it as it breaks previous and current low. That will be the idea on gold. GJ, I can't get involved because it doesn't have a bottom wick. So as much as I want to long the position, and I've planned it since we got on stream, I can't do so because it doesn't have that bottom wick. Gold is simple. Gold to flip its current low, and I'll put 5 lots on gold shorts. Okay. So this will be my second trade and my last trade for the day. I do a maximum of 2 trades for the day. I really like how it's now trading below this resistance point. So we should form a resistance here and then start to melt to the downside. Now, like I said, just because I lost 26 pips does not mean I have to now get 26 pips right now. Because if I do that, I might jeopardize the position by this trade moving 15 pips in profit and then coming back to break even or even a loss, and you haven't secured anything. When you take a loss, guys, never revenge trade by saying that the next trade needs to pay you back. There's no such thing. The market doesn't owe you anything. Looks really good though. Also, just like my gold trade, I had a 30 stop loss, only lost 26. Even with this trade, there's points of management. So even if I do lose this trade as well, I won't lose the whole, the whole position. Now, where and how? Remember what I said? I need to know how I can lose. Where and how can I lose? These micro supports can act as rejection areas, and that's how I can lose. However, it should not, because I'm taking it off of the idea that that 4 hour is acting as resistance and it's holding the position for price to come further down. So I should not technically lose this position. Because look where I'm trading from. All these highs there, that's that 4 hour highs right now. Technically, price should drop down to 2021. I just want to hold it that long. Okay, so for this 15 to flip and the 30 to drive, I'll be happy on some short positions. Okay. Good, so position's going right now, guys. Waiting. Oh, GJ's running so good. It's a pity they didn't have that bottom wick. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Absolutely stunning. Just, yeah, like I said, guys, I don't break strategy, so if it doesn't have the bottom wick, which it never, it didn't have candlestick anatomy, which to me means that I just can't take the position. And she is running very nice. See, so for example, if this 5-minute candle now closes bearish, that's the resistance that I need on the 5. Too short. Does everyone understand why I managed this position? Now I can see why I closed it early, right? So instead of losing 30 pips, which I would have anyway, I managed it down to 26. Manage when you ski, boys, and you'll see that in the long run.
When I check the message, you don't even call. This don't feel like love, so did you even fall? Your house was the hideout, I believe not. You should hit my phone and say you need me back. When I check the message,
Guys, give me a second, I'll run to the bathroom.
Message undelivered, I don't really get you. Probably with your friends or with it different. You ain't got no heart or soul. And if you do, it's probably cold. Tell me why you broke the code. Why you moving different, I don't even know. Wait around for you, kinda getting old. A bunch of false promise you ain't uphold. Your house was the hideout, I believe not. You should hit my phone and say you need me back. When I check the message, you don't even call. This don't feel like love, so did you even fall? Your house was the hideout, I believe not. You should hit my phone and say you need me back. When I check the message, you don't even call. This don't feel like love, so did you even fall? Always going up, we don't know down. See you got a new truck, oh you won't now. Really, I ain't tryna throw no shade. I just really can't say that I really miss the days when you going up, we don't know down. See you got a new truck, oh you won't now. Really, I ain't tryna throw no shade. I just really can't say that I really miss the days when you.
Okay, MFX members on the next position, same lots, eh? Okay, so there's that resistance that I wanted to see, which is good. That's what I want to see, guys. I want to see price rejecting that area. So when I get in the position, I'm good. You know what I mean? So at the moment, I don't need to wait for any closures, nothing, because I have the closure. All I need is this liquidity grab, which it's doing, and then as price flips at 2032.99, I short. And then on your management side, I don't know how you guys are managing, but the advice I can give you is do not change your lot size to either be bigger now to get back a bigger loss, or be smaller because you've just taken a loss. Stick to your same lot size, because the thing is, you should only be taking the trade if you are confident in the trade. You shouldn't be taking the trade to revenge trade or anything like that. You with me? So as you can see, the same lot that I used prior, I'm gonna use again. And if I lose, that's fine. If I win, that's fine. You have to be so set in stone with your strategy that Nothing changes. You just have to use your own discretion to see, am I taking the trade because I'm revenging, or am I taking the trade because of my setup? And like with this one, that's pure setup. Once you're long enough and gain enough experience in the market, I think that revenge feeling just like goes away actually. And I think that is just with pure experience. The more you get closer with the way you trade, the more comfortable you get. So I don't know, like your emotions just aren't tapped anymore. It's a weird, and you won't like be like, okay, yeah, yesterday was the day that things changed for me. You won't even know, like it will just happen. It's weird, it's crazy. It's looking very nice, guys. If this starts to drop, it's looking awesome. The break, the pullback, the resistance. So you've got that break, you've got the pullback, you've got the resistance that's formed as it breaks its own low, which is this consolidation box that is in right now. As it breaks its own low, you can then look to execute there with your idea that this resistance will hold as well as that one, so your stop is above both of those for 30 pips. Looking great, looking great. Let's get ready here. So once again, we've stuck to all our confluences. We know how the trade can go wrong. Whether we win or lose, we're comfortable with that. Because as long as you're sticking to your plan, boys, it's you're doing the right thing. So let's see how the second position plays out. I will tell you when I sell it, and I'll show you that I've sold it. So to answer, this could be a question. Why is my entry point there? I always measure 3 pips above or below confirmed areas that I want to get involved in. Okay, 3 pips, 3 pips. Nothing more, nothing less. Because what candlestick anatomy is telling right now is it's closed below, created a lower low, right? The next candle creates a higher low, breaks the previous to now create a lower low. That's what it needs to do. And the next candles should then just follow suit. That's how I'm able to see where market's gonna go before it even hits my stop loss or anything like that. I'm just reading the candlestick anatomy, guys. And that's an important part of what I teach is market structure and candlestick anatomy. So one more look at something quickly. Okay, no, that's fine. It's time now. It's about a minute for closure. Right, a minute for closure. More than likely this candle's gonna wake up anyway. So I wanted to close something like that. Next 30 minutes to that, look, it doesn't have to pull back far because it's done that already. I just want to see it create an upper wick. Once it creates an upper wick and breaks, we can short. Now where I'm shorting, you need to understand there is a liquidity zone there. So it can be the issue that jeopardizes the position. Am I okay with that? Yes, because of the conditions of gold right now. There's liquidity zones everywhere. There is 10 seconds left. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for that 30 close, guys. Wait for the 30 close. Next candle to wick up first. And as it breaks the low, I involve myself. Is there a wick on that? There's no wick on this. So if it starts to sell off now, I can't take the position. However, now that it's created upper wick, if it starts to break, we can get involved, guys. That's looking very good. I just want to take the entry slightly lower because of how that 30 closed. So we'll do it now at 2032.85. Yeah, that'll be entry for me. Much more comfortable in this. Now that 30 is closed as well. And then if we're going to be breaking that low, we've grabbed liquidity already on the 5 minute. We've come out to receive more liquidity. As we break all of those lows, we'll take it. Just because where we are right now is a liquidity area as well. So I don't want us to reject off of this and then we're in the position, you know what I mean? So that's why I take the trade slightly later, because it gives me another confluence. Okay, let's get ready, guys. Okay, in on some gold shorts. Enterprise 2032.81. So we know how we can lose it, we know how we can win it. Let's see how she plays out. Stops up here for 30 pips. TP1 will be 10 break even. And then we'll run it down for the 20 pip mark. Obviously we can get more, but I think that's quite fair. Can even target that lows and make this a TP2 over here. Yeah, let's do that. 26 pips. Okay, so that's how the position looks. Just want to modify my order over here for 30 pips, 2035.83. 2035.83. So the loss on this will be 1.5%. You see, I stay the same. So if I lose here, I'm totally fine. And then targets down there, 2030.20. Okay. Let's see how she goes. See, so as you will have noticed, nothing's changed. The same process, the same thing I did with my first trade, I do on my second trade. There's nothing, like there's not even a thought of I've lost the first position, how can I do this or how can I do that? Nah, same thing every day. And if I lose this position, obviously it will be a day for me, I won't take another trade. Then I come back tomorrow and I do the same thing. Gotta be consistent in every aspect. Gotta be the same on everything. Thanks, guys. Can we get those likes up? Can we get the likes up as well as subscribers? Thank you. And then, guys, if you want to be mentored by myself, my Patreon link is there. and we'll teach you exactly our method of trading. It's a monthly subscription, so you can come for a month. If you don't like it, you can leave. If you love it, you can stay. It's at a price of $47. It includes my entire course in video format. It has everything like that, and then obviously the more MFX bonuses that you get, accountability calls, one-on-one sessions with myself. Yeah, all the price of $47. So yeah, liquidity level to the left could be the reason why it's holding that support, and it could be checked. However, after that fake out on top that we got caught in, it should continue further down. 30, 15, all engulfing those previous price should continue down, unless this support is that strong that it holds. I doubt it though. We're bouncing off a 4-hour level. What we want to see now is we want to see this flip. So let me just mark it in, because that will be the 4-hour flip. That'll be quite nice. Is it this level? Yeah. So this will be the 4-hour flip. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because once you get that 4-hour flip, she should drop, eh? Oh, forgot to show you. So I am in the position, just so you can see. We are in the position. We are in this position. Everything exactly as my trading view. And yeah, worst case scenario, I lose 1.5% on this. However, I know I will not lose that much because I'll modify my position and I'll manage the position. So as you can see there, 1.5. Okay. Let's see what actually happens. So modifying points for me. See, if it comes back into the zone, guys, like it's pressing now. Let's say, for example, this is another loss for me and it actually goes above this level. That's already where I'm like, you know what, the trade's not looking that great. I'll then modify the position over there, which means that I'll start to save myself 23 pips. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I won't close full though. I'll close 3 lots at 20. What's that? 23.5. Yeah. So for the MFX guys, it's gonna be 3 lots. Okay. However, we should not lose this position. I just put my phone on charge, guys. Gold is very, very choppy. That's one thing we can say. It's very choppy. What is that? That stop on my terminal? Trading view does this where you play around and then it moves. What does it stop? 2035.83. But like I said, I'm gonna manage the position there if it starts to spike through. You're still in the position, by the way. What's up, guys? I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this, dude. I was waiting for this. Guys, we have 2G's raid happening in the chat. Trading pivots. Nah, I don't trade pivots, bro. Mike sounding beautiful. Thanks. Steel series. Peachadonia raid. Stream set up Loki fire. Shot, dog. Shot. May the volume be with you. You are here to push price in your favor. Oh, lovely stuff, guys. What's up, guys? What's up? Give you a number range. I don't know. Number from what to what? Uh, 1 to 21. 1 to 21. 1 to 21. Oh, in the hundreds. I don't know. 300 to 700. While you're all here raiding my chat, like the page, subscribe, turn on notifications. Okay, so it seems like we're rejecting the rate of 2034, guys, which is quite nice. Once we can break the current 15 and 30 low, we should continue to the downside. This is all I wanted to see, though. I wanted to see us form this resistance we have in the 5, which is very nice. Once we can break this low, we should be good, guys. We came back, we got our confirmations. As long as we stick to plan, whether we win or lose, we'll be good. That was the close of that 15 as well. There is the upper wick, which is quite nice to see. Indecision candle previously. It would be nice to see us come and tap into these highs and then start to drop. However, if she decides to rip right now, I'm not going to complain. Okay, slowly coming back to break even, guys. As before, still in on this position. Let's see how she goes. You see now, if we can come and break this previous low, and let's say for example the trade does go against us. If we come and break this previous low and start to drive up, the candlestick anatomy will read for me that we've then lost that momentum we're holding as support. So I'll then start to manage the position by closing out the full position at 23 pips loss instead of 30. So there already my job is done. And that's managing the position. So we're still playing below that range, that resistance range is good, so let's see how she turns out. Holding that resistance quite nice as well, that's good. And then obviously if we reject this area and pull it back, you know what, then price is just going to be ranging for the session. Because then it's faked us out on both sides. And that's Goldilocks, eh? GJ just ranging at the moment. MFX members, you guys good? Things all fine. Any questions? Are we good?
All good, Mark.
100%. Hard to watch two streams at once. Okay, here we're coming back to break even, guys. Can this be the push that we need? Come on, baby girl. I just want to see that 4-hour flip, guys. If we can get that 4-hour flip, it should be nice. It should be nice. Okay, see, what I want everybody to do now, so our stop started out at 30 pips, right? Obviously TradingView sometimes just glitches and it keeps it where it was. Like, it moves it where I've adjusted it to. What I want us to do now is, when we start breaking these lows, I want us to modify our stop loss and start managing the full position. So if we lose the trade, you manage the position. That is the most important thing that you're going to see me stress it throughout this YouTube journey, is management. It's easy to make money, it's easy to take losses. Your duty is to manage your positions. So from a 30 pip loss that I can possibly take, if I can break these lows down here, I'm going to move my stop on full to 23. Just like I did with the previous gold position, from 30 to 26, I'm going to do with this one as well. So in the long run, yes, you might be at a loss today or a loss tomorrow, whatever, but your vision should be the long run. So in the long run, your account is still profitable. That is what you got to do. Don't focus too much on what happens in the day or even in the week. Focus on what happens on monthly returns, especially if you're a full-time trader, because that's your bread and butter. So yeah, we're pretty much just sitting at break even, guys. We do understand that there is a level of support over here. So that could be the reason why we are jumping like this. Like I said, prior to us taking the trade, I know why we could lose. Yeah, that could just be the support that's holding. So let's see what happens. Yeah, you're more than welcome to watch this whenever you want. We'll be here, killing it as usual. Why is there so many peaches in my chat? Guys, just go through the chat. There's peaches everywhere.
From Keeks and Chris's
Oh my word.
of their stream, they used to call the chat features,
Okay.
and then that number interval is from Keeks that gives away find the chat.
I got you. Peaches, what else? Bro, what's your take on focusing on one pair? Dude, I only focus on two pairs, to be honest with you. You can check my watches. I only trade GJ and gold. I treat trading like it was, I don't know, like your I'm a car guy, so that's all I can say. Your car guy, like your car. You need to know your car from inside to outside. You need to be able to take it apart. If something happens here, you know this is the reason. So the same with my pairs. I need to know every pair like it's my car, you know, like, or your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. You gotta know it like the back of your hand. So that's why I focus on two pairs so that I can know them like that. And I only trade one session, which is London. So because I'm so comfortable with that, yeah, I think that's what really, like, I could jump on the stream and I know where price should be according to what you call it, according to previous areas. Take on one pair only if you're even a swing trader. Dude, I come from swing trading, so when I used to swing trade, I used to trade like 15 different pairs. The issue with that is it's too much to cope with for me personally. So with my way of trading, I found it just easier to just have two pairs one session. Swing trading might be slightly different, but even when I was a swing trader, I also transitioned to just having not one pair but less pairs. Swing trading is different because you have to wait longer. Yeah. So guys, we've come from 30 pips now. For now, we're gonna leave it there, but just know that when I manage it, I'm gonna close full at 23 pips because now we're breaking those lows, which means that now we have, oopsie, now we have price forming resistance. I'll answer that question now. We have resistance, the drive, the pullback, the resistance. Price should hold this resistance and continue further down. Yeah, dude, 100%. Makes sense, bro. That's why I'm only focused on gold. Also allows me to not overtrade. If there's no setup, then I don't take it. Same. Don't force a trade. If there's nothing lining up to your confluence and your strategy, don't even take the trade. But big up with your swing trading, my man. I did that. I did well in my swing trading, but for my personality and my emotions, I just couldn't handle it, to be honest with you. That's why day trading just sits with me personally well. I can make money compounded and I can get off the charts and I don't have to worry about an open trade. Okay guys, breaking that 4-hour low now. Guys, at this point, I don't want to be in the position if it starts driving up. Everybody modify their stop losses to 2035.17, okay? So now you see how I manage the position. Now going from a 30 pip loss, I now can only lose 23 pips. So stop loss now 2035.17. $20.35.17. Wait, I almost closed. Did you guys see that? Careful. 2035.17. I clicked the wrong one. Okay, stops is now there. So now from losing a possible 1.5%, I can now only lose 1.1%. Do you see how trade management goes? This is what you gotta do. Do I trade funded or personal? I'm a personal trader. I trade on my own capital. However, I'm busy with a funded phase that I'm doing in front of all the MFX students so they can pass it with me. And they can also learn from that. So that's what I'm doing. I mentioned on the podcast. So I trade personal, my own capital. And currently, if you're an MFX member, I will help you pass your funded thing. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Does everybody understand trade management? Guys, this is so important. Especially if you're wanting to do trading in the longer term. Our short podcast was glitching on my end. Yes, I actually watched the podcast afterwards. It was glitching. I don't know why. I think it might have been 2G's connection, maybe. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was a bit unclear, unfortunately. Okay, no matter what, we sit on our hands. Let this trade play out. At this point, guys, you've made your wick, you've grabbed liquidity, you're now breaking these lows. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. But there's no reason to panic in this position. 4 hour just flip bearish. Did you see that? For a split second, it flipped bearish, which means that we're starting to lose that buying momentum. However, I'm happy with the management of the trade, so if I lose it, it is what it is. I have to do what I can do according to strategy. By not also over managing the position and all those things, you know, you gotta let the market just do what it needs to do. And if you do lose, it's part of the game. If you win, it's part of the game. If you break even, it's part of the game. Another thing that helps me a lot with my trading is don't look at your FPL so much. Just let the trade do what it needs to do. So, in the beginning, let me see quickly, was that 50 now? Well, this is a good example, I guess. In the beginning, I explained to you guys my take on Mariposa candles. We can see Mariposa candle in major liquidity rejection. You see that? So now, if that happens on a high time frame, the more impact it'll have. Also start the week with a stop loss on EU, but we move on. It's not how you start, buddy, it's how you finish. Continue to push. Just continue to push. Don't let it affect you, don't let it affect your emotions or your psychology. As long as you know in the long run you're profitable, that's the main thing. Because losses will happen. To the best of traders, even if they've been trading for 50 years, you're gonna lose. No, what style of trader are you in terms of what strategy do you use? Are you SMC trader? Nope, not SMC, none of that BS. Pure price action, pure market structure, and then I have my own formulated strategy that I use for execution. Pure price action, baby. No indicators, nothing. It's a 30 close, right? Okay, bearish 30 close. No bottom wick on this 30. Grab liquidity and drop, please, gold. Indecision on the 30. Sweet, bro. Yeah, same. Yeah. Perfect, my man. Perfect. So, it's a bit of a long trade, guys. But, yeah, we just seem like we don't have the volume that we need in gold this morning. But she'll pull through. GJ was definitely one. The only issue with GJ was there just was no bottom wick for me to execute on it. What is nice to see now is I'd like to see another setup, but I don't want to act on that. We're in gold. So what you're seeing here on GJ, resistance, support, close above, take price to the highs. However, I can't act on that because I'm in a position already. So on gold, we're pretty much just hovering at break even, guys, but I've modified the, I've managed the position already, so I've done my job.
Got that GJ buy.
How was it? Good. Are you still in buys on GJ?
Yeah, you're about to get that the 19800. But it pushed up so lacquer, it came back down. 815.
Where's your entry?
190815.
Gee whiz, well done. Very nice, dude. Well done.
Ran to 20 books, but I didn't take it.
Why?
My greedy stuff.
Why?
Go
Go on.
Profit, and that's what I got.
Okay.
I started stressing because my Wi-Fi went out. I started shitting myself.
Yeah.
But now look what happened. This is what exactly what I should have.
Yeah.
Going to that one.
But well done, though. The vision was there, dude. Well done. Vision was there. Just got to get that emotions on lock, you know? Miles, you mentioned a lot of the wicks. Is it important to look at it when candles is forming? Yes, it is. Close and open. Close and open for sure. Close and open. Yo, wicks, guys. A lot of people don't stress it enough, but the candlestick itself is so important to read. It can tell you a story. It's because a candlestick is data. What allowed you to take the leap to becoming a profitable trader? Was it a certain number of consistent profits monthly, or did you have a savings goal where expenses were converted for X amount of time? What allowed me to become a profitable trader? Nothing allows you to become a profitable trader. It's part of the journey. Or do you mean a full-time trader? Is that your question? I don't really understand the first part, because nothing's going to allow you to become a profitable trader. That's all on you. So full-time, yeah. Full-time was just a leap of faith and seeing that this could work out for me. I had no backups. I had no stored away funds, nothing. I mean, there was capital, don't get me wrong, but nothing like something that's going to cover me for the next 4 years or something like that. So it was literally just me seeing what is available in the market. When I started, there was a turnover of 5.9 trillion. Now it's at 6.6, so it's definitely a growing market, which is good. But yeah, it was just the point where everything else I tried wasn't what I wanted. I worked, I studied, I did everything. When I found trading, it was like, this could work for me. I like what I see. Let's get involved. You mentioned that you come from swing trading. Did you step away because it's not for you, or did you think that swing isn't a good choice? No, there's nothing wrong with swing trading at all. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with swing trading. If it works for you, go for it. It just didn't suit my personality, and it didn't suit my routine in life. Like I said, I prefer to take my trades, and whatever happens, like now, for example, if I walk away with 2 losses for the day, I'm done. I'm fine. Instead of being in a position overnight and be like, oh, I wonder if it's going to win or lose, and then eventually coming to the end of that position 2-3 days later, and then I've lost it. I'm going to trade now, 9:30 till 12:30, and whatever I make then, that's what I've made. Whether I've taken 2 L's, it doesn't matter. Whether I've taken 2 wins, it doesn't matter. Running off of... Bro, I promise you that was me, eh? Running off of 2 hours of sleep here, brother. Laugh out loud. Finished work at 6 AM this morning. That's crazy. Yeah, see, when I was a swing trader, my sleeping habits was messed up. It's just with day trading, for me personally, I can have a better daily routine. Because now I know after Opus 12 I'm done. I'll stay on a bit with the private students, but yeah, I'm done. Where do I find more of your educational stuff? That is for MFX members. So just look in the chat. You can sign up there and you can become one of my students. It's for $47 a month. You get access to all our educational content, all of those things, and I'll mentor you personally. So you'll get personal access to me as well for $47 a month. You can come for a month. If you don't like it, you can jump ship. However, everything you need is within those videos. Yeah. Oh shoot, 71 subs already. Nice, guys. Thank you. Continue running up those likes. %, brother. I've been learning in and out of the markets for 3 years, going on 4, but I'll never give up. Don't ever give up, because it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. You'll always think to yourself, where would I have been if I just pursued trading and gotten more? There's not going to be a day where you won't think about it, because there's many times that I also wanted to give up. Just don't give up. You do not know if tomorrow is the day that you actually make it. You with me? You just got to put in the hours every single day. Put in the hours. Study the work. And also don't jump through many different strategies. Focus on one strategy that works for you, or that someone can show that is blueprinted that it works. Once you find that, study it, get so close with that strategy that you can do it in your sleep. And yeah, also it gives a return. So for me, for example, I know my strategy is going to win 80% of the time. 20% I'm going to lose. Thanks, your style is similar to the way I want to trade. Yeah. 100%, my dude. Okay, gold is just playing games today. We've come down, we've flipped it 4-hour low. Wasn't enough. I've managed the position, boys. I might take another loss here. I've done what I need to do, and that's just manage the position. So from 30 pips I've gone now to 23. So it might be an L day. 100%, bro. I've given up alcohol, weed, partying for the last 3 years. I'm chasing the time, freedom, and the money will come naturally. The 9 to 1 hour work week aim. Yeah, look, just check on my business page. There's a reel that's going to pop up today, actually speaking about, you'll see it. But what you do outside of trading, nobody realizes it, but it's so important. You think that just coming to this charts and just learning a strategy is going to get you profitable. It's not. There's way more to that. Your psychology has to be on point. Your routine, your discipline has to be on point. If you don't have those things, bro, you can forget about it. So the strategy is the last thing, trust me. Obviously it's the first thing you learn, but it's the last thing you need to master. You need to master your you. You must be the master of you. If you can't control that, yeah, that's game over. Because I mean, if you come and you've had a heavy night last night, maybe drinking or partying, whatever, you will not be focused for these charts. You won't. That's why I don't do none of that shit. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do nada. Goldilocks. Gigi was the one today. She just didn't give me my entry opportunity. Gold gave me my entry opportunity, but it wasn't the one. It's playing around. So at this point, 2 indecision candles followed by this one. Yeah, I can't read that. Now the candlestick anatomy is out the door. My day is normally 13 hours, work for past 4 hours of chart time, and finally see what. Yeah, we all have to start somewhere, bro. Just have your end goal in vision. My day is normally 13. I always told my friends that trading is basically you betting money on improving. Look, trading, if you can see trading as a business, you're a step ahead because the expenses is your losses, the expenses is education, and the expenses in yourself. Thurlow Davids, ouch. It's part of the game, bro. It's part of the game. Could this be the 4-hour top wick to rip back down? No, because there was a top wick already. There was already a top wick. That's good. That's good. Okay, we're looking at $1,000 down so far. Yo, what's a dream garage out of the GT3 RS, eh? You have to have it in there. Okay, there's a for the 10,000th time. This what I'm trading now is for my clients, my students. We're trading a funded to get people funded. However, I trade my own personal capital. I don't trade funded. Okay, so we're probably gonna get stopped out, you guys. Very close to stop loss. Okay, boys, I'm out of that position. That's another L for me. So, second position on gold. We've managed as of from 30 down to 23, and then first position from 30 down to 26. So it's 2 losses for me today. That caps me out at the amount of trades I can take today, and that is something that I'm going to have to be okay with. So now we need to do what I did in the first trade, which I do on every single trade. Why did I lose? And the simple answer to that is, if I look to the left hand side, which I mentioned prior to us taking the trade, is that this level over here is also a strong liquidity zone, and that's why they're pulled away. The best thing, and this is why I would highly recommend you understand, I highly recommend that you understand candlestick anatomy and market structure, so you can decipher between these zones and decipher what to happen. So that is how, what could happen, and that is how I could, before I took the loss, understand where I should then start to move my stop loss to, so I can manage it. Because if price had been at the point where it can continue, and it opened here and it broke their previous low after making that minor upper wick, and it broke these lows like that, price should have continued further down. So why would I want to be in the position even if it breaks these highs? So I could have managed it even tighter. However, I'm the type of person that I'll let my position play out even further. So from 30 I went to 23, and that is how I managed the position today. So unfortunately it's 2 losses today on stream, which is no problem. So that's 10 trades for the month so far, and we've taken 8 wins and 2 losses for the month. So let me just edit this quickly. So guys, do we have any questions? Do you have any questions? Are we good? Cool, then let's just go to the 2Gs, seeing that they rated my chat. Let's just go to the chat quickly. And you know what's so surreal is seeing myself on YouTube. Crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Let's go to 2Gs. Wait, what is it called? Opening bell. What's the page called again? Are they done? Damn. You can't go and raid them. Hectic. Okay. Hey, there's me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call this session as well. MFX members, please do stay behind, just so we can do accountability. But for the rest of the guys that join the stream, unfortunately it's a two trade loss today. No problem. Tomorrow we come back and we kill the markets. We'll be here for the rest of the year and the year and the year. Most important thing is that you understand that the long-term vision is the most important. So yeah, guys, hope you understood why and how I took today's trade and got some sort of education out of today's analysis as well as trades. If you want to take your trading career further by learning how we trade under our mentorship, go into the chat or go to my IG. You will see there's the Patreon. Join the Patreon and then get involved. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. Once again, MFX members, stay behind. We'll be live tomorrow, same time, same place, 9:30. And other than that, guys, keep well and have a lovely, lovely afternoon. Cheers.